Good evening, everybody. There. Welcome to War Commander Unshackled, the Euro show. And hope everybody's good out there in YouTube land. It's been a while since I've been running one of these things. So, myself, Anton Airlines. On the panel, we have Dutch, the One, Switch, and Trickster. Hello there, guys. Thanks for coming along.
Thank you.
Hi everyone.
Good evening.
Yep, so what you all doing? I put a wee thing which like the state of the game. It wasn't like the state of your game. What's the state of everybody's game?
State of the game. Well,
Your game.
my game is trying to work out what I need to upgrade. Power plants is an issue. Barracks, war factory, getting them up. Defence lab, just trying to prioritise what buildings I need first. Power plant is most important, I think.
They're going to be a long upgrade, so they are as well.
Yeah, things like weapon lab, that's just going to be a luxury building to me.
Yes, it is indeed. It's
So
bunkers and the weapons lab are a big luxury for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Switch.
Yeah.
What's the state of your game?
Yeah, I'm leveling my war factory, and that is 5 days, so that is finished. And level my wait a minute, what it's called, shield generator.
Yes.
And after that, I have to look at what is important to level up in the defense lab, and just leveling up my tech for my units so I can have it maxed when it comes to the event. So, yeah. The next thing I will level up, I think, will be my bunkers, and then I will take one bunker.
That's good there. The One. The state of your game.
Ooh, upgrading, and doing next bases.
Yep. So what are you doing? What are you upgrading? Are you going?
I'm doing my war factory to 22. And then I'm going to do power plant. Yeah.
Good. And who's left? Dutch.
My state of the game is a lot of upgrades. I'm still enjoying the game, so that's why I still play it. And right now I'm upgrading my heavy platforms. I try to finish them up, and after that I will. I think I will go for upgrading the spawning buildings. So the thing is, I plan most of the times. I plan a lot with War Commander, but sometimes the game is shifting so fast that most of the time it's breaking my plans. Because of new shit coming out, new upgrades, and then you need to change your plan because your plan is already obsolete.
Yes, it's hard to know what way to move sometimes there.
But I keep walking. I mean, I'm up there. I manage. So
that's you spent a bit of time out of the game there, so you've caught up pretty well.
Yeah. That's the thing. If you pretty high and you got a lot of stuff, I mean, it takes a lot of time for a player to keep up. So, but as I say, I'm enjoying the game, so I still like it. I think if War Commander would quit now, my life is over, I guess.
Yep. Everybody, hello there, Hunter there, hello Mike, hello Mark's there, Hunter. Out in YouTube land there, what's everybody's state of their game there? What are they doing? What direction are they taking on this journey? They're all doing next basis. Yeah, there's just working in CC13. That's important as well. Your CCs are very important. Then I take it, Spencer, you're going to have to then upgrade your storages then. Power plants, Mike. Yeah, it's a popular way to go. Yeah, we need this new shield there. Takes, what is it, 5,000 extra power there? Yeah, there's a lot upgrading going on, but I suppose I have to keep it. You know, you can sort of, you just want to be never caught up, but just be close enough to be caught up.
Yeah. I wish Kickstarter had revised these upgrade times.
There were to look at them, I think, at a time there, but I don't know what the.
You know, how long are you going to carry on? You keep falling back each time, and
Well, they already reduced the upgrade times for the storage. They were already reduced, so that's a start.
With the lower levels, I think the higher levels are still the same, or not?
No, they brought it down too.
I don't mind before the update, so I have no idea how long it is now.
I need to check. Am I in my base now? I got one level 22, and to 23 is 1 day and 12 hours.
Oh, that's not so bad.
So they brought it down because it used to be more.
4 days?
Well, my next upgrade on my tower is level 10 to 11, and it's 6 days, 18 hours. Is that too long?
Yeah, it's
To me, it's too long.
It's going to take 4 months to do that there, basically to do your bunkers.
Yeah.
And then you lose one. I would do something. Like I'm even trying to catch up on my go-go bar. Like I always do my go-go bar during an event.
Who is presenting, by the way?
Nope, there's nobody presenting.
Okay. I'm still doing the base.
You know, like you say, we should, by the time next CC comes out, we should be like a couple of months behind or something, just so, yeah, Kickstarter can still make some money out of it. But what was this one, 1.5 years? And we're looking at 3 other CC upgrades before we get this lot done.
Yeah.
How long is it going to be before you say, nah, I've had enough, switch the game off and walk away?
Well, it depends if you get too far behind. That is the way I look at it.
No. So I've set myself a limit now. So once that gold's gone, that's it for the month.
Yeah.
But if I'm still going to be behind at the end of it, I don't know.
No.
We'll see. Hopefully next CC they'll do a lot better than what they did this time.
Just make that's I do bunkers during an event. That's what I do. You know, the things that you can't do without a normal day-to-day, like your go-go bar and things like that.
Trouble is with that, doing your bunkers when you need them, they don't fire.
Yeah, they don't, that's the only thing. But the only thing is, if you're in a war sector, you need all your bunkers.
True.
So
Yeah, usually in the event during the defense waves, you can miss one bunker.
Just send City a link.
yeah, send some link there. Yeah. Right, so we're getting it to you there now. Only Express.
Let me just get it up.
So also, guys and dolls out there, have you been doing the next token basis, or what do you think of them there, or the bear, or?
Yeah, I've been doing 17 bases today. Most of them on free repair, so it went pretty well.
Well, I've just got a 5-hour repair on the last one I done there just before the show started. So,
Can somebody get Siddy the link?
Yeah.
Because my other computer's just crashed.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
you got it there.
Last time when the bases were out, I made a video on how I did the attack, and this morning before I started, I watched that video back, so I could see, oh yes, I did it like this, that, and that, and off I went.
My computer's gone.
I sent him a PM.
Good job.
So,
Yo.
Hello.
How you doing, you
Hi there, mate.
motherfuckers?
I'll try and sort this bloody computer out now.
Cindy, we asked the question was basically the state of the game. It wasn't like the state of the game in general, but the state of your game, like what you upgrading, what you doing next, or what's your plans?
My game's pretty much no longer relevant. Well, my base more than anything else. It ain't relevant to the game anymore. One thing I do know though, guys, and this is an inside joke on my page, is I am one motherfucking sexy motherfucker.
Yeah, you're sexy and you know it.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Can somebody start a poll on Unshackled regarding that there, please, there? I will immediately approve the post. No matter how offensive it is, it will be immediately approved.
Yeah, no, to be honest, I had my rant show last night. It was more like I was angry because I had a bad tooth show.
Did you get that sorted in the end, mate?
No, I'm just so dosed up on fucking drugs. It's unreal.
Public service announcement: don't do drugs.
Yes, kids, don't do drugs. They're bad for you.
Yeah, look at Philly.
I'm smiling near from here. Yeah, no, the games. Kicks I have lost their way a little bit. I can sit here and hate on them. I can sit here and pick fault with them. But it isn't until, like I said last night, the coiners that keep coining these upgrades that they say, no, enough's enough. We need the game to be, we don't want lag. We don't want the fucking DCs. We're going to withhold our coin until this is improved. And that was my basic point last night. Yes, I went off in a different direction slightly, but it's about us as a community, us as players, stepping forward and saying, "Kickside, enough's enough." I don't know how you guys feel about that, but it's just the way I feel. I can put up with the upgrade times, I can put up with the repair times, I can put up with a lot of things. But what I can't put up with is I haven't been able to do the event on the first day.
But on who are you mad now? On the coiners or on Kickside? Because I still don't.
It's partly both. It's both. It's a bit of both. I watch a lot all the shows. Hang on, guys, my phone's ringing. Let me get back to you.
Don't bother.
Because I don't agree that you're pissing on the coiners, because we need the coiners.
Yeah,
And
the game dies. I agree.
And everybody makes his own decision. I'm not obligating you to coin. Kickside is not obligating a person to coin. It's their choice, and other players coin more than others. I mean, the only thing that I do think is, if you are a coiner, coining has its pro and cons, and one of the pro is if you coin, you gain a advantage, and one of the cons is that if you are using coins to upgrade your base, then you have a moment that you are maxed and not have something to do. And because of those players may be sometimes complaining, and then Kickside thinks, okay, we need to drop upgrades sooner. And that is, in my eyes, unfair to the less coiners and annoying coiners. So I think what Kickside should do is come up with something to keep those coiners busy without bringing or dropping extra upgrades sooner than scheduled.
You see, that's exactly what you said. That's the pros and cons of coining. You know what I mean? That people get to the top of Mount Everest there. You know what I mean? The rest have to catch up, but another bigger mountains going to be built.
Yeah,
But
like I just said in YouTube chat, a Kickside getting greedy with the gold prices though.
Yep, I believe so.
Because it was only a couple of months back they put the price of gold up. Did they tell anybody? No, did they? They just went and done it.
That's inflation.
That's the exchange rate there. You just have to keep an eye on that there. It fluctuates day by day, week by week.
I would agree, yeah.
What did I miss, guys?
No, we're just generalising just about, what's fair, in the game and that there.
I'll tell you what's not fair. 3 buildings costing 1,500 coins plus. That's not fair.
You don't have to coin it. It's a choice.
It's not about you don't have to coin it. You do have to coin it. It is not fair. Bottom line is it's not fair.
You mean the set price, no matter if you coin or not, just on a base value, looking at the shop window.
Yeah, it's just why would you do that? What, 1,500 coin? What's that, about $150, give or take?
Yeah, well, it is a choice of a player. If a player wants to coin that, well, it's okay.
And then it comes back to the reason why the game's so fucked.
No. I think if you take halfway ground there, not there, there's.
What I'm asking is that is a fair price, and you're saying it's up to the coiners. That is a fair price, is what you're telling me. That's crazy. How can you say $150 for free? This is 3 pixelated buildings, guys.
No.
One level on each building for $150, and you're saying that's okay? Come on.
Yeah, well, listen, it's a free game. You don't need to coin, and if
I agree with you.
If a building is like $150 and a player is choosing to coin that, I mean, I don't have any issues with that. And if something is too expensive for me to coin, then I don't do it. Then I work my way the hard way to it,
Okay, flip the script, and then we watch the shows where the coiners are complaining about how much it costs to coin, how much it was for the latest update. They're all been on the shows. We've heard them on the shows. I'm not a big coiner, but we've heard them on the shows. You flip the script and they're saying that Kickside have charged too much for these latest updates. These are the people that coined the building. It's too late to complain about coining the building once you've coined it. You can't coin the building and then complain about it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a never-ending loop. We're stuck in a loop and a loop and a loop. And until the guys that are spending the top money say, look, this is enough, we're never going to get out of that. Kickside are going to keep on going on and on and on and push. Because this last update, the coin that they've asked for this last update, I would say was 3 times as much as the update before. If you coined every single building. That's crazy. It's 20,000 coins, some people. I've been PM'd by 3 different people. 20,000 plus coin for the last update. And they was happy to coin it. And then they've gone onto a show and then they've complained about this. Do you get? Am I wrong?
No. There's a halfway house in it. It's value for money at the start, and then you have the option. You know what I mean? You want the value of the money there, and that.
I don't want the value of the money. I hold true the value of money. I work hard for every fucking penny I earn. I bust a gut to earn my cash. And then when I come home of a night, I put War Commander on. I'm with my friends. I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, how can I carry on? There's no way for a normal guy, and everyone keeps thinking I'm a super rich guy that makes YouTube videos. I make pennies. They're pennies out of YouTube. I make money and I pay my bills and I make sure I've got a roof over my head and food in my stomach. And then when I see a building, one building's $50 plus. That makes me fucking mad. $50 to me is I can go out and buy a PlayStation game, 3 or 4 of them.
Yes, but I think
there is no argument about it.
There is no. And there's different points of view and all that. But I think also the way things are going with Discord and better communication. I think if we chip away with this here and we'll come up with a solution.
I'm not trying to make everyone shut up and be quiet on the.
No, you're not there.
I'm looking for a discussion over this. If you guys think I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah,
in my mind's eye, in my eye's mind, I'm right.
Yeah.
In what I'm saying, it's just disgusting the price that they think that's okay.
I would like them to come back with that, just to be fair to everybody, is come up with a formula for that. There, come up with what's fair, and throw that on Kickstarter, and let them look at that.
I'd say 25%. Cut the cost by 75%. Sorry.
And just
there's not everyone's going to coin it, but it's a fairer game. Right now, it's pay to win, and it has been for many years. Pay to win.
Somebody might coin one level rather than 5 levels, sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm just going to compare Tower here. It's level 8 to level 9, and it's 202 gold.
But they did have an offer like 50% off.
Now to do 10 to 11, it's 352 gold.
Do you get what I'm saying? The maths don't add up for me. It just doesn't add up. And the only reason I'm still playing is because my units are good enough to do bases. My base isn't good enough to fucking withstand anything. It's just not good enough. It don't hold up to anything. I'll just put my turns away and let people roll over it.
Yeah, empty the base and sit back and watch.
Yeah.
Hello, Debo.
But they did have 2 offers not that long ago, 50% off on certain building upgrades if you coin it.
Yeah.
And can I ask what the cost was for each one of them buildings? Do you remember?
I don't know. It was 50% off of the usual.
Yeah, I know I coined it, but it's still 1,000 gold total or something.
But in a way, I can see what Dutch is saying. Yeah,
I can understand it's up to
it
is up to people, but it feels to me like they're catering for the whales.
But then, if you don't coin a building and you're willing to fall behind that time.
Well, for me, it's maybe easier because it doesn't bother me. I mean, if I cannot afford it, I just go work for it. And
450 gold. That's nearly nil CC. I'm not going to coin that, and I'm not going to wait 15 days for it either. So
this is what it comes back to. They're catering to the whalers, the whale coiners, as you would call them.
Then what we should do then, an agreement, or whether you're not in an agreement, they're not there, is you should come up with a formula and a solution and put it on their doorstep and see what they think.
I'd say to Kickstarter, take 75% off because it's fairer for the players. They will get more coiners. And there will still be the people that don't want to coin. There are always going to be the people that don't want to coin in the game.
Yeah.
I'm happy to coin, but I'm not happy to coin fucking 25,000 coins or 20,000 coins to keep up to date.
No, I'll work that out.
And I know it's my choice, but it's sort of like it's become not my choice because it's become I'm that far out of touch with the base upgrades that it's no longer my choice. It's looking at it and thinking, fuck me, where do I go?
Yeah, because I sat there and worked it out the other night. That would cost me £1,500 to max my base up.
That's not that much. But
is that? What do you mean that's not that much? What for a computer game?
£1,000.
That's a top of the line computer right there.
Yeah.
That's okay, but I think that should be done. You know what I mean? And come up with that.
It's not
Come up
crying.
with the solution there.
I ain't crying. I'm just, yeah, I am crying. Fuck it, I am crying.
Yeah, it depends on how you look. It's a lot of money, but enjoy the game. Yeah.
You are allowed to have an opinion, but I think it's unnecessary to piss on the coiners, you know.
How? We're all coiners. I coin. I put money in the game.
Yeah.
But when they're asking for silly amounts of money, I look at the game and I think, well, I have to put up with the bugs. I have to put up with the DCs. I have to put up with the lag, the event lag, the first day of the event. And I sit there and I calculate this all in my head. I calculate it. It's all added up. Is it worth me putting 1,000 coin into the game, or 2,000 or 20,000 coin into the game? It isn't. It is not. You can sit there and say I'm pissing on the corners. I'm not pissing on the corners. I'm asking them to think about things before they put the coin into the game and then start complaining. Because that's what happens. Every single coiner that I know have bought them packs. They've paid for the upgrades, the CC, the defense lab, weapon lab. They've paid for them, and then they've started complaining. Well, hang on a minute. Logic tells me complain before.
Well, that is their own fault and their own problem. If they spend money and then they complain, that is their own fault. Then they shouldn't be doing that.
When you agree to something, you agree to pay a price, and that's what they've done. They've agreed to pay that price. They said that's fair. We're going to pay it. And it's okay, guys. I know people are richer than me. I know people are poorer than me, and it's their price. They agreed to pay that before second thinking and second guessing Kickside. That's what's really got me to the point where I'm like questioning the game. I'm like, well, as long as the corners, and it is me having a pop at the corners, as long as they agree to it, Kickside are going to keep pumping them out one after the other every 6 months. Because you've agreed to do it. It's crazy, man. 500 coin, 600 coin for a CC, one level.
Yeah.
But it's what I said earlier. That Kickstarter needs to find a way to keep the high coiners occupied instead of throwing upgrades.
They need to find a way to, and you're right in what you're saying. They need to find another revenue of, because basically the upgrades are their bread and butter. Every 6 months, the upgrade is what's probably keeping a company or War Commander running. That money that's generated every single month is probably what keeps the game going.
Oh yeah.
And I've made plenty of suggestions. I'm happy to throw a few dollars in every now and then if they put out a few skins. Instead of giving them us the way they do, a few skins for a few different units, put them out and say, look, this is going to cost you $5 for this skin. I haven't got to buy it if I don't want it. It don't affect my game.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't got to buy it if I don't want to. But if I think that really looks cool, $5, I'll buy it. It's $5, man. And how many people would buy it if they put a really cool skin out? Or two or three of them.
They gotta give them something to do. If they got maxed bases, they need something to be occupied with. So instead of throwing then early upgrades, they have to find something to keep them occupied.
If they lowered the coin price, lowered the prices though, but wouldn't that bring in more coiners? The ones that say coin.
Exactly. If it was reduced, and I'm not saying reduced by 10%, I mean really reduced, I would have coined. I would have coined it, but I can't sit there and justify the money that they're asking. The way my life is, the way I live, and the way I spend my money, I can't justify that money. I don't earn fucking fortunes. I can't justify that money. I just can't.
Debo, what do you think there?
I don't know,
State of the game, and we're just having a debate about the cost of things now and the pricing and the upgrades and all that there. What's your views?
Well, I don't really think it's the coin cost that's the issue. The issue is that we've been all complaining for ever now that the upgrade times are too high. Now I know they go hand in hand. If the upgrade times go down, the coin cost is going to go down on them. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I happened to turn on. I was listening to what City had to say, and I mean, shit, my base is good, man, but it's going to get rolled over by anybody. I mean, when it comes down to PvP, I mean, it all depends on if you're on and what units you have in your base to defend it. Your base itself cannot defend anything. The main goal of everybody in this game should have their base be strong enough to withstand Kixeye attacks, not PvP attacks. If you can beat Kixeye during events, during their mid-month events, whatever the hell they're going to throw at you during their invasions and shit like that. But even the invasions, I mean, shit, I mean, hell, you're using your own units to defend against that. But I mean, if you can beat Kixeye, that's the sole purpose. I mean, like I said, we can take my base for example. Most of my shit's maxed out. There are 1,000 players out there that can come roll through my base. Fully defended, not defended, it doesn't matter. So I think the whole point about the coiners, I do agree that, if you're going to cry about it after the fact that you spent the money, I mean, don't spend the fucking money, man. I don't know what to tell you. You're right. If it's worth, after the fact you click that button, then all of a sudden you second guess it, go, what the fuck? No, you're 100% correct on that. You should be second guessing that and questioning it and telling Kixeye how you feel about it before you click that button. I mean, we all said it when, just this last update came out with just the new upgrades on the power plants and the bunkers themselves. It was ridiculous. I mean, it was a ridiculous cost. But then again, I mean, that's up to each individual player if they're willing to spend that cost or if they're willing to wait the time. Right. Now I can tell you that my bunkers or my towers that went up a level or a couple levels or whatever it was. I mean, do I notice a huge difference between the way it was before the update and the way it is now? No, not really.
No, but I think that the question there, and that just to be fair to everybody there, that's one of them grey areas there. But the question, and I don't mean this to be, I've just been devil's advocate here, is do the people that coin put other players at a disadvantage?
I don't think so. I mean, no. It all depends. It all depends on what you're. I mean, when it comes to the base, well, all right. The biggest cost of shit is your base upgrades. Now, do I feel that a coiner who coins all their shit is any better than somebody who doesn't? No. Now, I tend to think of myself as a smarter coiner. I coin units every once in a while. I'll coin my repairs and stuff like that if I'm out there doing PvP. But I mean, yeah, obviously the person who coins their unit from level 1 to 20 or level 1 to 40 on day 1, they're going to have an advantage.
But that's again, that's choice. But I'm just in the overall view, like say an off license or an off sale or a wine market. You have a £5 bottle of wine, and you're going to make that bottle of wine $50, and you get enough people to buy that. You're going to keep it that price. Is that unfair on the person who wants to pay £5 for what it's worth?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, they're looking at making money in the game. Period. End of story. So, I mean, if they get enough people to spend the money on the top end, and buy this for 500 gold, and then a couple months later lower it down. I mean, what are you going to do? You paid the 500. You paid the 500 gold up front. You had 2 months, extra use out of it before anybody else did.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's really hard to say. I mean, City said right now that his units are good enough to still compete, and his base isn't that great. I just. It's hard for me because, like I said, my base is upgraded, and I still have the units. And I mean, the number one goal in this is just to defeat, the Kixeye shit.
I think that's overlooked sometimes. So is there, what I mean? And
Yeah,
maybe,
I mean,
maybe
you don't
we're
have to.
missing more things to challenge our bases rather than PvP.
I mean, but if you think I'm going to disagree with the fact that the cost is too high, I'm not. The cost is way too high. But I mean, that falls back on what we've been saying for years now, is the fact that they really need to go through and knock down all these levels of upgrades. Every time they put out a new CC with new buildings and this, that, and the other, all those previous upgrades need to go down. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I think that's the big thing where Kickstarter is failing when it comes to the non-coiners, and when it comes to their everyday players, is the fact that they need to go through and revamp the building upgrades to decrease every time they put out something else.
Just like a parachute there, you know what I mean? As you go through one step through, you're sort of catching up there, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well, it's an interesting topic, so it is there. But what is everybody else? Any views on that there?
Debo's pretty much hit the nail on the head.
Well,
I mean, you want to talk about what's a crime? I'll tell you what's a crime right now. I am currently upgrading Hellstorm commanders. Okay, my Hellstorm commanders are going from level 14 to level 15. I know nobody uses them in the game, and I know I'll never use them, but I need to get them done anyways. Right now, there's 7 days, 5 hours, 58 minutes left on this upgrade.
I'm upgrading my shop to push 10 days.
On a Hellstorm commander.
The fucking biggest problem is there's no sort of leeway. Sort of when a new update comes out, there's nothing before that. Kickstarter don't even think about before that. They're always thinking about how much more can we charge for the next one, and not thinking about before. You've hit the nail on the head. 100% hit the nail on the head. And it is a big problem. It's a big issue, because you've got to have the non-coiners, you've got to have the medium coiners, and the mid-range and the maximum coiners. They've all got to be a similar level, because otherwise, sooner or later, it's just going to be coiners, and that's all the game's going to be. If you're not a coiner, you can't play.
And I think they kind of noticed that when they put out those deals, excuse me, for 50% off of this, 50% off of that, 50% off of this. Now I think that those deals were outstanding, and I'm glad that they decided to do that. But on the other hand, they should have revamped that upgrade list the way it was. I mean, the 50% off for somebody to coin it is great, but I think they should have extended that to a 50% off in time.
Yeah,
for people who don't want to coin.
This is the looking at it from my end. As you know, I'm not a massive coiner. I don't coin. The 50% off of the certain buildings was it was good, and I consider myself a low end coiner. It was good for 1 or 2 buildings. I'm not going to do much more than that. What we need is a reduction in the older upgrades. More than anything else in this game, this is what's holding the game back for me. Is I'm stuck at a point where I'm just never going to catch up. And it's not even this CC. I'm still stuck on last CC's upgrades. I'm still doing my academy, maxing out my academy.
Exactly, and then on top of it, with that last CC upgrade, they also they level locked a lot of your units that you can't max them out because you don't have the maxed out academy.
Yep, and that's why I'm having to do that. I mean, for
the most part, like I said, I agree.
I am sort of hating on the coiners, and I'm not at the same time. It's Kickstarter's problem, but the coiners are not sitting there and looking at things and then saying, "Well, hang on a minute, this is a lot of coin," and it is a fucking lot of coin if you speak to a lot of the big coiners. And it opens my eyes, and I think, why would you spend that money? I know the game's fun. The game is fun, but I'm having just as much fun where I am compared to where you are. If you get
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying.
we can't push anything onto the coiners because, like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, what you do with your money, what I do with my money, what Anton does with his money, that's all well and fine.
I'm not pushing it onto you. I'm saying I'm asking you to question it before you push that little yellow button.
Yeah, but even so, I mean, like I said, I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing. Like I said, when I was upgrading my my towers and shit, I was outraged. I was like, holy fuck. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you know, these what I call them are necessity buildings. Okay, you have specific buildings in your base right now that are necessity to have. Your necessity to have the power plants, your necessity to have the bunkers, your necessity to have
Your go-go bar and defense lab.
your go-go bar, yeah, your go-go bar, defense lab. Well, the academy is now a necessity because they level locked certain units that can't go. You know, you can't go up to 10 without having it fucking done. So I mean, you know, like this upgrade that I'm looking at. All right, my armory to go up to the next level. It is 7 days, 170 million of each resource. So I mean, you know, whatever. That's 7 days, but that's not a necessity building. That's a luxury building, in my opinion. If I want to be able to hold more and stash more shit, that's a luxury. But for basic defense of your base, your bunkers, your towers, your CC, you know, somebody said a while back too that, you know, I did agree with that. No upgrade should be longer than the actual CC upgrade.
No.
I mean, you know, people wanted to bitch about the 15 days for the weapons lab, but again, that's a luxury. You want to be able to run 2 bastions? That's a luxury. You can run one right now. You don't need to run 2.
Exactly. I'm not worried about the CC was needed, so I had to do that straight away. Even a defense lab isn't needed, sort of thing. It gives you another choice to put a turret on your CC. Same as the weapons lab. But it's the buildings before that. So you've got everything else has a comeback to. So your power plants need to be upgraded. Your academy, everything else needs to be done.
Exactly. And I think the big thing that would alleviate the argument here is Kixeye needs to drastically, you know, when they go into this, they need to start reducing the levels before. I like I said, I know that's been a major complaint from us forever now.
They said they was going to look into it before last event. They said it was too close to this event. We cannot change anything now. And since then, I've been on the Discord. I've been kicked off 3 or 4 times since then. But they've never, ever once said, "Look, we're going to have a look at this, and we're going to really look at it. Not reduce it by 6 hours or a day. They need to look at it and say, look, all right, the last CC previous to this one and the previous one from that one, they need to really reduce the prices. And I'd happily coin them the buildings when they become relevant to me. When the price is something where I can say, okay, yeah, I can do that. And I can understand that the coiners should be an advantage, but not so much of an advantage where I'm 3 years behind.
No, everyone has to be within reason there.
It's tough. It is tough. And I know I put a rant up yesterday, and maybe I picked on the coiners a little bit too much and upset a few people. But it's for me. I'm at a point where I'm like, well, do I carry on?
Well, look, I kind of look at it like this, though, City. I mean, you know, look at your units, okay? All your units that you own, or at least the ones you use on a normal everyday basis, your units are all good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take on any Kixeye base. You can take on any Kixeye event. You can take on PvP. I mean, I guarantee you right now, if you rolled into my base right now with the shit you have, you're still going to destroy my base. You got the skill of a play. You have the high skill of a player who's been here a while, who knows how to use his units, and your units are at a good enough level. You know, they might not all be maxed out, but you knew which ones you wanted to max out, and you knew which ones you wanted to push forward, so you knew what units you have, and you could destroy my base right now. That's, I mean, and at the end of the day, I mean, that's anybody's base out there. It doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, I know we're all hoping that, you know, we can turn our game off and walk away, and the first guy who comes into my, you know, my base gets their ass whooped. But that's never going to happen.
No.
I mean, the base defense itself is not that great. I mean, even with the units you have in there, it's all about the person. It's all about their skill. It's all about what they have. It's all about how they use it.
Yeah, you're right again.
So I mean, you know, to say that you're not relevant because your base isn't maxed out is completely wrong. I mean, you have no problem killing anything Kickside throws at you, and you have no problem, you know, going out there. I've seen you go out there in PvP, and I've seen you hit bases. I mean, and I've seen you defend. You can do all that. So in that whole retrospect, you know, it's not, you're not that much different than me, who I have coined some of my stuff and some of my stuff's maxed out.
So the divide is not as big as the coin would indicate.
No, I disagree. Yeah, I agree with that statement 100%, because of the fact that, like I said, it's all about the player. And I mean, when all this shit started coming out too, I mean, we all know as seasoned players of this game, you know what you need to do. You know what you need to upgrade. You know when a unit comes out, you're looking at it going, all right, this thing's going to be a game changer. I need to get my ass in gear and get this thing upgraded. You know that, you know, your towers, you know, your towers and power plants are, you know, two of the biggest things that you need to get done in your base. I understand that, you know, you want to have a maxed out rocket silo and your Achilles GS in there maxed out, but that's not the most top priority for you. And I think that's even the big thing when it comes to these new players that come into the game is, you know, they just need to be sat down and explained, hey, no, this is not, this unit here is irrelevant. Don't even worry about that. You want to work on this. You want to get this up. And, you know, that's why that's why it's hard for me. It's a hard pill for me to swallow that. Yeah, I totally agree with City and the fact that, you know, these prices are way too high and people really need to sit down and think about it. But then on the other hand, you know, this might be the only freedom fun thing that some of these people get to do, and if they want to blow their money on it, so be it.
You've made me think.
But,
anyway.
Yeah, I just like I said, I'm not. I don't want to come out there and just like drop the hammer.
No.
You are wrong, but it's just.
No,
I mean, like I said, I mean, I you know, especially you. I mean, you're somebody who brings so many videos to this community on how to, you know, destroy these kickside bases with minimal effort and
without using
minimal loss, minimal damage. And it's like, I mean, for you to say that, it was shocking to me when I heard it the other day from your show. And I wish I would have had more time to talk to you yesterday about it. But it's just, I mean, you know, you have all the key elements, what it is to compete in this game and beat this game. So, you know, if you were some new kid who just came off the street and started playing it, I could understand where you could be beating up on yourself.
I think more to the point is the time that I've put into the game, and it's got to a point where I'm no longer up there. If you know what I mean, I'm no longer. There was a point a couple of years ago where I was really close to being fucking maxed, and now I'm at a point where it just feels so far behind. And yeah, you're 100% right. I wish you'd come at me and told me to fuck off, City. You're a cunt. I wish you'd done that. I really do, because I would have told you to fuck off. But you didn't. You've brought logic back into my brain. You've actually with my logic, you've actually confused me. That's fucking hard.
YouTuber asking, can we move on?
Of course you can.
Yeah, no bother at all there, guys.
I might go at Devo's place.
Go for it, buddy.
I'd never do that anyway.
Isabella, hi Isabella. There, no, we're not. We're just having just a little debate there. So don't
fucking made me think, man. And he's right. He's right. I've whinged about something that really doesn't matter, and it's just, and it's like my last 2 weeks worth of whinging didn't matter.
Right.
Thank you, Devo.
Who's ready to do a base there? Switch or?
I'm ready.
Dutch, you're going to show us the next base.
Yeah. Tell me when YouTube is.
Yeah, your screen sharing now.
Yeah.
We're not quite yet there.
Okay, I use 2 platoons. One full platoon of technicals, divided in one squad of 15, all with the sustain gun, and then a separate squad with 3 of them with the flamethrowers. And then I got another platoon, one squad with the Juggernaut and with Galen, and then a second squad with 12 technicals with the sustain gun as backup. I'm using 2 Mavericks in this and 1 Deadeye. So let's hope everything will go okay and I don't fuck things up.
You're live, bro. It's always gonna happen. What we can do is we can put a link to Dutch's film or video in the description.
So, okay, I will wait always when everything is caught up before I start clicking more.
Unlike me.
This is the best way so far I've seen.
Okay, starting with a Deadeye, take care of them, then my full technicals, select them all, put them here.
Do you want full screen, Dutch?
Yes.
Yes, it's in full screen and it's zoomed out the way he can show you the full base there, Isabella. That's why.
Yeah. He doesn't have widescreen, so that's why it's small for YouTube.
So it's just the way you see the whole base. That's what we've asked him to do there.
Yeah.
So no complaints on his behalf.
Again, here on the corner, retreat my 3, and then deploy 1 envoy, lure this Hades out, and then 1 missile. I want to destroy the tower and the drone silo. I want to keep those barricades alive because I need them. So the Hades is gone. Retreat my technicals. Then deploy a couple envoys. I'm going to target a piece of wall. If I target the gun, my envoys will be hit and take on damage. So that's why I target the walls. Once that's done, I retreat. Bring back my envoys. Then deploy again my technicals, the full platoon. Taking out this Phalanx and this Fury. The trick is keep your technicals moving. As soon as they are stopping moving, they take damage. Okay. Here to the corner.
Dutch, YouTube asked if you can zoom in.
No, I'm not gonna play like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree. It's easier to play the game zoomed out.
I got a better overview if I play zoomed out.
Yeah, I understand. I myself.
So, again, the tower. I want to keep these alive. So take care of that. I am deploying my Juggernaut. I send them here. I keep this white line as a reference to send them there. Galen on Fist. I deploy my 12 technicals just for backup if something going wrong. Okay, hold position.
Dutch, can you hide the panel off the screen? So
Anton can do that.
So when this is flying by the tower, I'm targeting the second barricade here. So that is that. Okay, I'm targeting this corner to take out the dragon and the railgun. Don't let him move. It might be triggering the railgun. After that, I am going to the edge. So that guy is shooting. No big deal. It's just a pinch. Not really. So that guy is going. So once your Juggernaut is on the edge, the second barricade. And let's sit your Juggernaut idle. Don't move, because then this one should be not moving. That's okay. That worked. So I target the Hades, take out this guy here and drone silo. When that is done, I target this corner piece. I give it a couple of seconds. 1, 2, 3. Then I move. Then I target this heavy flag. Once you shoot, turn around your Juggernaut right away. Call her back. Why do I do that? Because this dragon is coming at you. Sometimes it's follow you all the way up to the beginning. Sometimes it turn halfway around. I just don't take any chances because if you get hit by the dragon, that's a lot of damage.
He's catching.
No, he's not.
It'll be alright.
I've done it before today.
Push S.
So she now is all the way back. So now it's turning around. So I can swing my Juggernaut around. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to hold this line as reference to line up my jug. And once that is about done, I will target this wall. Again, I will keep her idle once she's fired. I don't want to trigger to fly this unit to me. So it shoots, hold her idle, and it should be staying there. Sometimes it's coming at you. This case, no. That is good. I target this. Don't be worried if this iron gun is shooting at you. That is just minimum damage. Couple seconds. No worries. So that is done. Now I'm holding this line as reference. Send my Juggernaut a little bit in. Why? Because once they far enough, I target the Hades. And if you keep this angle, this pink won't come towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm targeting this this Hades or this flag, and it takes out the last pieces.
Very well done there now. That's excellent there. That was a lot. I'll need to watch that video back again. Very good.
Good job.
So, should be somewhere at free repair.
Hello there, Blunt. How are you? A long time. That's very well done there now.
So,
Can you beat my 5-hour repair time?
oh yeah, definitely.
Not by much though.
So, long loading times lately. When you enter your so this is 12. Most of the times I'm around 5 minutes, 4 minutes repair. Sometimes it's difficult with the phalanxes, and I got 1 minute on my Juggernaut. So
Also there, that's, you can pull a few tunes out there and micro heal them, minutes free repair,
So this is how I do them, and goes pretty well. So
very good. Excellent done. Thank you very much. Right. Thomas.
Yeah.
You were going to maybe try and do a judge base.
Yeah.
But it's for maybe not for people that don't have maybe high enough level envoys and that there. You're going to do it there with the Juggernauts and probably Caretaker and Darkstorm and do it that way.
Yeah, but you have to bear over. I have just tried it one time. It was a task you gave me, so I would maybe take a few retreats on it.
Oh yes, oh yeah, have to be. I think it's fire and end attack.
What I use is one purifier.
Oh, there's Suzanne. How are you?
Oh, there's smoke.
Use a platoon with my Juggernaut. I have Juggernaut, Sunder, Caretaker, and Darkstorm, and some technicals as backup. 2 with regular shots and 2 with flames, and some dragons. So I know that the jug will shoot at the first spawning units that's coming, so I will start to spawn my purifier first.
Well, we can go full screen on that there switch.
I will try. And I know that was annoying somebody's last time, so if it's loading. Hello.
especially whenever you're on the hangouts as well. It's quite a lot of lag there. So
Come on.
well, is that it there now?
Um,
There we go. Oh, it went.
let's see.
This is not one time only, though. It's not there. You can end the track this loads of time, can't you?
Yeah, on this one, yes. I just want to have
No,
it.
you've got to do it in one hit. That's your challenge.
I don't think so. I can do it, but I have to use some other units then. I will do like. Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
Yeah. Run, Forest.
Yeah, one.
The one just says he's got a war dog explosion. Put him on live.
I have to take out those aggro units.
So it's.
And I have to keep moving. And I retreat them.
Very good. So that's the side you come in there. What's your side that you come in at there? 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
So 5 o'clock is the sort of safer place to come.
Yeah, I wait till all the bombs are gone. Then I spawn in my purify again. And I will go this way. And I will take those in.
Isabel saying for Nick's bases, she's using one bullseye for each hunter and Amiga Siege 3 repair.
Is that right?
Yep.
Now I can take it out.
And the switch you're going to crucify the space.
Nice.
Very good there. Actually, that can be done. I think a lot of people can do it this way. Very, very good there.
It was I lost my caretaker, but it was my second time, so
But do you think
okay.
is that? I think that's very acceptable. Losing a caretaker for a judge space.
Got a little punch on my juggernaut too, but.
But even then, that's if you do it at this time of night, do 8 bases.
Yeah.
Even you get 8 hours repair sleeping at night. I think it's a good tip, because they are tricky. And if you make a mistake there with your invoice, you're going to be out that length of time anyway.
Yeah. Like the first I did, I just lost my caretaker. So if you do it right, you can actually have less damage.
That's very, very well done there. Right. So what Isabella apparently is a pineapple pizza fan.
Yep, she throws pineapple pizza at Nick's and that kills.
Yes, Hunter, you have the power. Timeouts, please. That's not allowed.
There's nothing wrong with pineapple on pizza.
Oh dear. Hunter, you need to jump on in here. So, what was it? Four bullseyes. Any want to try that there, do you? I can try it.
I'm back.
Bullseyes and a siege, apparently.
We'll just see how it. I'm going to have a go at that there and see how many hunters is there in that. There's 4 hunters, not 3 hunters.
In the Josh base?
No, in the
Yeah, you got
the next base.
I just done one. I just don't remember anymore what's in it.
I can squeeze you one.
I can only make 4 bullseyes, so I can. If there's more than 4 hunters, I'm beat.
I'm scouting one now.
Let's see there.
So
That might be another way of doing these bases there. Thanks for the tip, anyway, there.
I'll stick up for the ladies on YouTube.
well, you got more. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 hunters, and then you got 1, 2,
4 flags on too.
No,
3,
she
4
said
flags.
just the hunters, and then siege, free repair. Imagine them flat turrets are not going to do a lot.
No, but I am afraid that will take you above free repair. But you can try it, Anton, if you wanna.
Oh, we'll try it there because my ravagers are level 30 and.
Who came up with the idea?
Remember
electric on YouTube.
Remember electric ops on if you're gonna do that, because all your shit will die if you don't.
Yeah, I think it would be a wise idea. It's electric.
Because
it's electric was going.
And target the hunters with your Ravengers if you can.
No, the hunters going down with the missiles. With
Oh yeah.
We'll just see. Let's see here. This could be a dramatic fail, so it could be. So.
Did Debo leave us? Yeah, he's dropped out, didn't he?
City also.
Yeah, Sid's gone to watch some boxing.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Debo will be back later on in after show.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I had a more door explosion, so I had to mute up.
I don't think this is going to be free repair because do you take the phalanx out at the start, Isabella? No, we'll just go with. I'll just go with a buggy.
She used 4 hunters, kill 4 hunters with what
If
I can scroll back, Capone wants to get on the show if he can.
Who's that, sorry?
Capone.
Right. Let's see, I'll do this base here. People on the else. Doing the
yeah, you got
the line one first.
She's saying you don't need to take the phalanx out.
Yeah, I think your Revengers will take care of that.
Anton?
I think.
Yes, switch.
Remember your electric ops on.
Thank you kindly. So I'd forgotten. Now,
Hi there, Hunter.
Hello.
Ah, there you are, sir. How are you?
How are you doing?
It's good to have you on board there. It's been ages since I've been speaking to you.
Nice to speak to you too.
Right, so we've got a request, and I'm the guinea pig. That's not going to be free repair, mate. She's going to die, so them dragons are going to kill it. Oh well.
Woofy.
This is going to cost me. So this is going to cost me.
Just coin it.
I probably. Oh dear. Oh no. I don't like this game.
Your seas will be fine.
Are you ready to fly, Anton?
You have to bomb it.
Ready to take it.
Bomb it first.
I think this is going to
Flying
be.
Anton Airlines live.
I think this is going to be a dead siege, and I feel the biggest trap in the world.
There are a lot of Hades. I think this is already doomed.
This is not gonna be.
Oh, look at that! I missed the bloody ball.
You can, hey, you
I
can,
think it is
you
a
can still you can still back out.
I wouldn't drop a siege in there.
I'm going to do it.
For science?
Oh,
No, for Isabel.
Still didn't get that hunter.
no, I didn't get that hunter. See, hunters appeared in the. See, that's the hunters must be protected in this game.
That,
side.
Hunter image there.
Left side.
that hunter is hacked.
Oh dear. Oh.
Oh man.
It was nice knowing you guys. I'm sorry. I can resist everything but temptation.
Holy.
Just drop your siege in.
Here we go. Oh no! Don't do it.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Yeah, too late.
Oh, yes, here it goes.
Too late.
I'm glad I'm not flying Anton Airlines tonight.
Fasten your seatbelt, please.
No, if you just do the one pass first.
Target those.
Dracon.
Yeah, Hades.
And Dracon.
Because that hunter got shot. Yeah, that's the hunter gone.
Kill.
Yeah, I'll carry on, let it fly.
You got Ruby on. That's good for the refuges.
Yeah. He got the base already.
It's not going to be free repair.
No.
Looks like there's another hunter somewhere. Did you leave another hunter in?
Yeah, there is one hunter alive.
Target that.
Oh yeah, I'll see it.
How many guns should you have?
You get 5, don't you?
Well, I think there's still 5 there. It looks like 5, doesn't it?
It's perfectly fine.
I think you've lost 1.
I think I've lost more than 1. I think I've lost my sanity.
Well, good for you. It's almost Sunday.
Uh-oh.
Hi there, Devo. Welcome back, mate.
Houston, we have a problem.
I think Anton's been hijacked.
I think I've been nobbled here, so I have.
Gonna lose another plane soon.
Target that hunter.
Still another hunter.
Yeah, there's an hunter.
Oh, he's gone.
No, he's got it. Get there. That aid is.
I'm actually surprised at how long the siege is actually.
Holding up.
I thought it would be dead in the second run.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it before you go sleep.
That's that aid is gone there.
Yeah, in
There's another aid is over there as well.
3 weeks. That will be.
Your refugees standing still, like they're taking a break or something.
Yeah,
Or is it just bad lag?
They're hitting the next.
Where are they going now? Come back.
Going off for a picnic.
3 planes left.
Get that
Oh
aid.
no. I think it's going to be free repair.
Mayday, Mayday. We got the problem.
Incoming.
And the next is still alive. Target that one.
The Knicks, yeah.
Because if she targets your.
Where is it?
No switch. It's not a level 10 Nix anymore, apparently.
It's only 5.
No,
9.
9.
5?
No, level
9.
9. It's counted.
No.
Level 9 to 8, anyway. So there is my first ever free repair base.
You nailed it.
Isabel, I really love you lots.
It worked great.
Well,
Hunter, I think we need a timeout for somebody, I think.
it was for her free repair.
Yeah.
He's still level 5. Let me scout one of those bases.
Yep, saying on YouTube it is level 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna scout one to make sure.
I know we didn't kill the Hades, but it's going to be a bit difficult to kill the Hades if you just say drop the siege in.
In my screen, it's a level 9.
Let's have a look.
Nick's is level 9 in my base.
Yeah, it was that I saw last time I was in there.
I'm sure last it dropped it down to 5.
Yeah, she is level 9.
Yeah, he scouted it. It's 9, so.
Let's see how much free repair I'm going to get. I am going to get
6 hours or something.
oh god,
No, 6 hours or something.
5 hours 35 minutes.
Yes, that's free repair. Just press the yellow button.
Yeah, I suppose it is there technically.
It is
Saturday
free
or late
because-
night while you're watching the boxing.
Oh, after that one, but it had to be done there.
It is
Had to be
free.
done.
It is free repair. I mean, you only have to push the button and it will repair itself.
Yeah, 1 second and it's done.
So that would be. I think that would be a wrong way to do a base. I think there. How about you, Hunter? How about you? Well, that's the same question. The state of your game. Oh, Hunter is
Muted up at the minute.
That's all right there.
Is there any bases?
I'm not muted now, sorry.
Oh, right.
Yes, Hunter, just a question we asked everybody at the start. You know, the state of your game. Are you finding things or?
Well, my buildings are maxed. I've got most of my units at level 20 and I've got all the Amigas.
It's fair enough.
So your buildings are even nearly a maxed out base then, have you?
And I'm an absolute liar.
So what route are you going then? What's
Well, it's interesting when the CC14 dropped. I had 2 buildings left to do, the barracks and the weapons lab. No, not the weapons lab, the workshop. And I'm concentrating on them right now. I'm getting the barracks. I'm on my last level from CC13 because I can't upgrade units until it's max. So I'm kind of hamstrung from that perspective. And then my intention was to do the workshop, but now, you know, as one mentioned previously, you know, plans change, and now it's possibly not the route to go, upgrading my workshop. So, you know, I don't know what to do next. Power plants, bunkers, it's probably the way to go, but you know, I'd like to get the drone silos up. I mean, there's a lot to do. My platforms and my turrets, I don't think I've touched them in at least a year. Yeah. They're level blue. I don't even know what level that is.
I think they're a luxury now. Maybe Dave maybe explained it there now. There, what things have changed there. What's a luxury thing to have now?
Yeah, my platforms are at level 9. It's probably longer than this since I touched any platform. Even my heavy platforms, some of them are only level 2. Just
Capone, you got it back.
Oh, yes, that.
I muted Capone. You have a bad background noise.
Yeah, so I've concentrated on the main buildings. So once I finish the barracks, I'm do upgrade power and bunkers, or I'm considering the war factory and the barracks, so I get the spawning units, for defensively. But I don't. I mean, who actually has these buildings upgraded? Do they find they are actually a real bonus in defence to have the spawning units coming out, or are these buildings then?
But they're very soft though. I mean, they're very easy to kill. Like a phantom swipe and they're gone.
Yeah, well, I've seen high level players now actually putting these buildings inside their base, right beside their CC, protecting them.
Yeah, Phantom still destroys them now.
They still die too easy, even connected to a max shield CC. They still die.
Yeah, and so what about the bunkers then? If I take them up a level, can I put an additional unit in, like a sharpshooter or Draco in, or you have to max them before you can even get to that point?
Space for a max one is 700 space, so you can still not put 3 in.
Yeah. So then, is there any benefit to looking at the drone silos or the missile silos? Are they worth doing?
What we're going to probably have to go back to the bread and butter is to your storage space, because can anybody tell me what a max barracks is to upgrade?
600 million.
Is that to bring it to level, whatever it is there, 25, whatever it is, or 15, whatever it is?
The old previous levels are all like 600 million, and I haven't gone past that point of more. So,
because I know there, the Google bar is 600 million. You know what I mean? So everybody needs to get to 600 million there just to be current.
Well, I'm fortunate. I've got a lot of compression on my storage, so I mean I can hold at this moment 645. So I'm not unduly concerned about storage. GoGo's done. Defense Lab's done. So I mean, what's the route that everybody's taken? Because once I finish the barracks, and that's like in 6 hours, what's my priority then?
I'm personally doing the power plants, because if one is taken out, you are low power and you lose all your defense strength.
Yeah. Okay. I can see value in that. I mean, my power plants are pretty low. They're looking at level 11 or 12. So I've got a ton of work to do on them. I mean, but you're looking at a day on every one. So times 5 to 10 levels. There's
3 or 4 months there to upgrade your power plants to max.
I take it the upgrade time increases the further you go in levels.
That's indeed there. It'll take about 4 months for all your bunkers to be maxed as well.
Yeah, and we've already done a month in CC14. So by the time you get your power plants upgraded, we'll be hitting CC15. Wow.
I'm going to level 17 on my power plant. It's 3 days per level.
Wow, that's nuts.
And I still need them. I need them basically all maxed at 20 to maybe hold the power I need. But I still think I will be low power.
Can I screen share Omega Juggernaut base?
You can there, and there's also a request there from YouTube there to do a 95 without Omega units.
Oh, what's a 95?
I'm currently attempting it now to see how the best way to do this would be.
Right. So can we come back to you in that there, Debo, can we?
Yeah. Right now I'm working on the best way I'm looking at so far is going to be the Cerberus with the Sunder and using Nyx to take out the helicopters. But if I can get it decent enough, I'll gladly show it.
Thank you there. That's just, of course, that's a returning player there that give up for a year there. They just don't have the current envoys and that there to do the base.
Yeah, I'm just asking what she's got because I'm going to try and show, but I don't have.
Never mind. She does not have Sunder or Cerberus, so those are not going to be able to be used.
Okay.
Any way to do it without heroes?
Rifleman.
All right, we're gonna have to use. We're gonna have to break it down to elite riflemen then with Vindicators.
And Boogie.
Well, also, you know, you can also use Juggernaut. I know that person may not have a Mega Juggernaut, but they'll have a Juggernaut. It's just a shot you want, like a Juggernaut shot's a Juggernaut shot. And the Darkstorm makes some difference in these bases. You know, I remember grinding these bases day after day, hour after hour. Is Sundare becoming one of the best units in the game now?
I think it's in the top 5 of the best units.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. I mean, if I have to look at it, I would go Jericho, Nick, Sunder, Ardra.
She's got a level 2 jug. So
Yeah, it's not going to range.
she'd be better off getting the Juggernaut up.
Yeah. Yes. By the what's it called? That.
And of Malachi.
Yes.
It's a level 20 Juggernaut.
Yeah, but it is an expensive one, so.
It's only got 5k medals, so that rules that one out.
You would need to. I hope you're in a good clan. You need to be in a clan there to get you a bit of help. It's 30,000 medals, so it is there.
I mean, I hate to say it at that point with those types of units. I don't know if we're better off showing her how to do a 45 or a 70.
Yeah, a 45 would be better.
A 95, I don't think is going to be worth it.
Sector bully me, so I can't get information.
At 45, everyone can almost do that. So.
And just jump out and find a new sector.
Yeah, come and join me. Join my clan.
The 70s can be tricky as well.
Yeah, the 45s are the way to go.
Be better off with the 45s.
I take it you have Dina. What level are you, Isabella?
I actually find the 95s are easier than the 70s.
Yeah, indeed.
With the right units, though. I mean, without the right units, they're going to be that much harder.
Oh no, I agree. I mean, but if you have envoys and Jerry, you know, it is a go, eh?
Try because I save. Oh. Okay.
So what's that basis hitting right now?
It's the Mega Juggernaut bases that are out there.
All right, okay.
And they're so much easier just with the Darkstorm. It's just.
Okay, so she's got 2 or 3 Cyclone. The Silver Cyclone, I can't remember what they were.
Fuck.
They weren't the expert, was they?
No, they weren't. No.
Can't remember.
Expert is gold.
What were the silver ones?
There was the expert were the 41s, and then there was. I can't remember what you called the ones that went level 30, I think they were.
They might do just as well.
Yeah.
And attack with them.
Yeah, so they want to do his end attack.
Yeah.
I don't have any, so
I have only the gold ones.
I only have Dina.
Yeah, but the Dina is the same as a Cyclone. It can do the same.
Yeah.
Did you find out what level?
I don't think it's going to really matter.
No, you're just attacking all the bases and taking them out. It'll take a lot of time though if you don't have a herald or anything to deploy in there.
She's got an herald.
Oh, this takes the air out and drop the herald in.
If I scroll back.
And that's the trick in this base here is to come around the back as well.
Yep.
Because that one shot just smashes everything, so it does. And bye-bye, Caretaker. You're now on your own.
Yeah. Did you hire my Caretaker, Anton?
Pardon?
It looks like my caretaker. It does the same thing.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to show her a 45? I'll do it if you want.
You can show one.
Yeah.
I
Rubber's
did
ready
last
there
time.
now.
It's a bit boring and attacking.
Yeah, I know. But
Don't let her Dina die, okay?
I'm not screen sharing, am I?
No, not yet. We're just waiting until Matt or switch from it. I mean, when it's his base.
That's all good then. I'll screen.
So that's. And remember, in this base here, you never use zombie tech. The juggernaut will shoot, and if you've got your not your herald, but your titan or blackout,
the splash will take your head out. Yeah.
Take your splash out, which has happened to me. Nicely done, sir.
Yep.
Okay, Trickster, that's you aboard the Skylark. Now this has to be better than my pre-repair effort, okay? And
right, so this one's
Isabella, I've got a wee question to ask you there. If you have got an Omega Siege and Max Ravagers and can do these bases for pre-repair, sounds a bit fishy now, so it does.
Nah, you can do a 45 with I tried it because I was lazy. You still get 30 minutes damage.
If you've not none of these units.
So I'm gonna just use Medina.
Yeah, Dina and attacking is the best way for this one.
So you're gonna be better off with the 45s. Let them go away. Get ready with your end attack. As soon as she stops, just end attack.
You're targeting the power plants, Trickster?
Yeah, target the power plants. That takes.
Kaboom!
I think it was the Hunter or Flak, one of the two. Flak turret, or whatever else was there.
Ding, ding.
So this is all it is. Just Dina, and well, in your case it'll be Cyclone. Attack, get rid of that Hunter. I don't think there's going to be anything in the bunkers to hit an Herald.
No, there are acolytes in, I think.
No, it's Eastern Horde, so it's them.
Yeah, so
It's not
nothing to hit an Herald.
once the hunters are away, that's it.
I don't even think you're going to worry about this Flak, really.
It's taken one of them rockets, Mike. I think they put, what is it, Gateway in the map?
Target the power plant again. Herald should take out the Tempest.
Yeah, I would Dina and attack the Tempest and the Flak.
Yeah, I'll get rid of the Flak.
The Tempest, if it's a normal Herald or an Elite one, it still does some damage.
Yeah, she's only got a level 3.
Yeah, it will bring it down.
Oh, so you see the basis, Isabella, there. Oh, very good. It's time you're out of that sector and out of that toxic image there and don't be playing silly games like that there. Get away from all that.
Yeah. See how many shots this Tempest can take. Just keep ready with that end attack button. It's only going to be a 2-hit.
Oh, there, Ali. How are you?
It's only going to be 2 hits. Tempest will be gone. So that's Tempest gone. Just bring in the Herald and clean it out now. Took me 4 minutes.
Yeah, now it's Herald friendly.
Remember where I put it. That silo's not Herald friendly though. So I'll bring Dean around. It's just a scratch. So there's only little rocket men in there. Clean them out. And there you go.
Well done.
Good job.
Do that 8 times, and that's your shadow up storm.
Yeah, it's doable for low levels, I think.
Yes,
Good job on this page.
that's one of the good things that Kicks have actually done. They've made that base doable the way everybody is not can catch up.
Mm-hmm.
That's very well done there.
So 10 minutes of base, you only need 8.
So, and you have 2 days to do them there. You don't mean 4 a day, you know what I mean?
Yep. Spread them out so you don't get bored.
There's.
And you want to see 95?
Yeah, sure.
What is it you're doing there at Switch?
I'm just asking if you want to see a 95.
Yeah. That's you screen sharing now. And what units are you going to use with us here?
I have to find a base first, but I'm gonna use invoice and technicals.
Mm-hmm.
So my challenge was going to be let the YouTube choose a base for me to do.
Hello there, Hawkeye. How are you?
Doing pretty good.
I know, okay.
Hey,
Right. There you go. Richard shouted himself out. Sorry, thanks for there. Yep. A particular base that you want anybody to do.
Just want to see tag.
Good night, Mike. Here, thanks for coming along, Mike. You take care.
all right.
See you again soon.
I use Jericho. And I use
Thanks, Marcus.
some technicals with regular shots.
Yes, there's a bit of that. That's the way to do it. These are higher end bases for higher end units for higher end players.
Yeah, if you're not up to the base, then don't do them.
And if you don't have that, don't do the bases because it's just a waste of time.
Come on.
That is what the reason I've just done a 45 for her.
Mm-hmm.
With the unit that she's got.
No, not neither of the same way, but you still need your higher end units because these, like, can you tell me what you want to use in there? Like, you don't want to put ground into that base. You just don't want to be putting it in there. It would be the height of absolute nonsense. So that's why we have to use air, and then
Yeah, because you don't want to do one and take hours and hours of damage.
Like, I could throw 45 Liberators into that base and probably take the base there, you know what I mean, and get 8 or 9 hours repair.
Nah, Liberators won't work against fire meteor thingies.
So, you know what I mean? But, you know, I could still do it, you know what I mean? And wipe out most of the base, lose most of my air and my ground and get like a 2-day repair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you have to do 8 within the 3 days before it resets.
And so that's...
Yeah, I agree that, you know, players have to set reasonable expectations depending on the level and their capability.
Yeah, it's just...
I mean, you know, it's great if we could all do the high level bases, but, you know, some people's levels are just not, it's just not attainable.
But everybody, even low levels, are screaming for iron bases. I'm like, well, you can't do them.
That's it, and they get upset and frustrated they can't do the high level bases.
You know, even in Mars Sector, they want you to do the work for them.
Yeah, but if you can't do the base, you're not ready for it, for the unit.
I agree, yeah. I agree entirely. I mean, I think there's a crossover point. I know as I was leveling up, I was frustrated as well. It seemed that I could never attain that next level to get up to where I am now. But, you know, it can be just simply attaining one specific unit that can really elevate your game. And
Jericho was my game changer.
BFG was mine.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's when, you know, when Thor was dropping on a timer and it was get your Thor now before they disappear. Yeah. And I just managed, I basically sacrificed all my tunes and units just to get the BFG.
I loved that BFG when it came out. You could free aim that thing on anything.
Yeah, and after that point, I was able to smash the large board bases. And that took me over that hurdle that then I could start hitting the bigger bases. And I've never looked back since it.
Yeah, because like Anton just said, Jericho was his game changer. Now, I remember when videos were coming out on the IS-60s using the Jericho, and I didn't have it. And I was like, I couldn't get them IS-60s without taking damage. And then I was so glad when I got that Jericho. Now I just roll them bases.
Yes, just probably don't use Jericho now, you know what I mean? You just probably use just a Juggernaut on its own.
I can't even remember last time I used Jericho. I use Nix on them now.
Yeah, I suppose that's, you've got it to that stage there, but you know, Jericho I still use Jericho every day.
So
good travels.
I think my role in the game's actually switched, like where I was always behind, but now I'm in front. Sort of thing.
Yeah, if you have the right units, you can have really a lot of fun in the game.
I have some lag here, but...
Yeah, I mean, it probably took me about a year to get over that hurdle. You know, a year of frustration. But, you know, if you persevere, you know, they can get on there. And I never asked for anybody's help. I mean, I attained that and crossed that hurdle myself.
Yeah, it's easy to ask for things in the sector all the time, but you don't learn from it. If you do it and fail, you get the skills and the knowledge of the unit you use.
Yeah, I mean, I found I got a great sense of satisfaction when I finally crossed that hurdle because I had done it on my own.
It's okay to fuck up 10 times before you can do it.
Oh yeah.
So the one, what was your change in units, or you know
my biggest change in unit was the elite Gatling truck back in the day when it came out.
Yes.
I love my Gatling trucks.
Do you use it now still?
No, but I love blowing bases up with Gatling trucks.
Okay, how about you? And ask the rest of the panel, you know, Dutch and Debo and Tom Master, what was your game changing unit there, the unit that you got that could make you competitive?
the Rocket Man from the what do you call it? Special Forces. That was my game changer.
Ah, that's funny.
Isabel was saying she can do the 95s, but she was challenging us to do them with her units. If I don't have her units, I scrapped them.
Yeah, I suppose you could do the 95s there. Mr. Rummel wasn't on there with Special Forces not there, you could do them. And the Caretaker, possibly.
Yeah, I still think that the SF era of the game had the most unique and interesting units.
Yeah.
I mean, they were so versatile. You can workshop them any way you wanted, and it was like you could do anything with them.
Yeah, the Commando packed some punch, so it did.
Yeah, the lead commander with the rock crash.
Yeah, packed some punch there. Fired very slow, but I tell you, it packed some punch.
And Kara, when they got the gun, oh, it was so powerful.
Yeah, that's right on top. They're all maxed and teched out.
Yeah, I think Envoys was my game changer.
Okay.
I was able to do a lot more bases than before, you know. I mean, if you're far enough away, you know, you're not going to take that much damage.
But everybody's done this struggle some point.
Yeah.
No, for me, I think it was the Titan. When I had the Titan, the resource hauling went so much faster.
Yeah.
That was, I think, my biggest game changer.
Yeah. That and Blackout. Blackout. Oh, so you can be away from the base and you can hit everything.
Anybody else? What their game changing unit there, or what they changed there?
Hellstorms.
Oh, yes, they were brilliant though.
Hellstorms were the workhorse of my organization.
Yeah.
Between the Hellstorms and Hellfires, that's all I ever used.
I hated Hailstorm so much.
Oh, I remember those Hellfire. I think you had to line them up all in a line, you know, and creep in the base and.
Yeah, and then put the Hellfires underneath them as well.
Oh yeah, you could combine them, yeah.
Yeah, and I missed on the Hellstorm Commando, or the Commander, and I knew that was a very good unit. A lot of people used it back days, helping out. And by the time they brought it out the second time, and I finally got it, it was already obsolete.
Yeah. Funny how that works.
I know what can happen there. But that's... is that everybody on the panel there? Is everybody... What's everybody on YouTube? What's their game changer, as they talk about?
Patches were pretty
I don't know.
cool.
I'm really curious to see. I would love to see Isabella do a 95 with the unit she has.
I'd love to see that as well.
That would be, it could be a bit better than my free repair siege effort there.
Well, she says the issues challenge the panel, but not one of us can do it. But we haven't got her units.
No, they don't exist with us.
I could do it, but I'm going to be running the shit out of some elite, some riflemen to take over some shots for me. So that way my Vindicators can sweep it up on the ass end of it. I just don't feel that me showing you how to do that with that kind of stuff is actually going to help you.
Not if you can already do it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I just, why force somebody to go through that kind of crap to get one base when they can do a 45 with no repair or even faster in order to smoke them out?
Yeah.
It makes no sense to do the higher base.
Exactly. Yeah. If I was that level and I had the level units you did, you do. There's no way in hell I would even attempt to do a 95.
I remember when Shadow Ops first come out, and I was able to do the 20 bases.
That's the same one, yes.
Yeah, I remember grinding those 20s all day long.
And the very first one, I ground 80 of them bloody 20 bases.
Yeah.
I think most of us grinded through the 20s because the 70s were too hard.
Oh yeah, way too hard.
People were doing the 45s and all like, ow. challenge to YouTube to change things.
Yeah, what did want and what units you want to use?
Well, instead of run over bases with Amiga, this and that, and event was, yeah, event was easy.
Yep, I agree.
So I don't know what she's trying to get at, but
There's a question: what would be the minimal units to do a Nick space for medals? I don't know.
Nick space very easy. Takes only 2 minutes from Jam Sandwich.
Yeah, 2 or 3 minutes. I can do.
Yeah.
Well, nobody's challenged me to a base yet. You all know what I'm going to
Yeah, I'll challenge you. Go do a 95.
A 95?
With siege only.
I think I've already done that. Request denied.
Yes.
No, that's.
So she's got a level 10 Nixon. Nick space pays medals. I think not so.
No, you get Nix tokens to level up the Nix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even after you have your 10 parts.
Yeah, if you're done and you made it level 10, you still get tokens.
No hero or Omega 95. Without Omega units. All faction units allowed. No hero or Omega.
But then she's going to be crying, I'm going to got all the units that she's...
No, this is just a challenge.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can find them.
So do a 95 without Omega units. All faction units allowed. No heroes or Omega.
No heroes or Amiga.
Just phalanx it.
Probably the easiest way.
Yeah.
I can't have Amiga.
I think Vindicator would do nice.
Nope. You are too slow.
And the Caretaker is allowed, so.
Yeah, you carry on. I'll try and sort of tune it.
She's just baiting you. Destroy all your tunes.
I don't know. Won't get away with it.
Yeah, Furies will also work.
That's the only way I can see it.
Just
Take-
mix that shit out of it.
Fill a tune full of Furies with Nix, hit all the air, and then clean up after that. But, you know.
Yeah, if you're really desperate, I think like 10 level 20 swings in that base will plow through it, but it will cost you a lot of repair.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we
I'm
know,
not going to show it here.
that's it. We know the outcome. So it's not really a challenge. It's just attrition, isn't it?
I could probably do it with bloody
Under 2 hours repair, yeah, that's not possible.
Not in this space here.
No,
just like how come you give them 2 hours and that it was free repair in mine?
I can see the point as a challenge to do it with minimum repair, but you know, as a task to go out there and just smash your units, I think that defeats the purpose. You know, you know, and it is a grand challenge. To do it on the spot, I think is asking a bit too much. You know, say right, okay, you drop the challenge. We'll come back next week, next show, and we'll see if we've got something that we can put together.
A bomb's allowed?
Yeah, sure, missiles.
Yeah, missiles.
What about single-use heroes? They're single-use, no repair.
Right. Let's do this then. Oh, hang on, don't screen share me yet.
Oh.
I've gone on the wrong one. Alright, let's start this up then.
There you go. Let's you screen share now.
Missile She's just said heroes are not allowed, but I can use single use.
That's fair.
They're heroes. I'm not going to waste single use.
I think actually you could do it if you buy the electric bombs and run spins over the place you are going.
See what happens. Get that. So, done me no good. Oh, that one. Right. Good start this. Wrong one.
I don't think you can take this base with Furies and technical. I mean, not under 2 hour repair.
Never say never.
Or for the Cyclops. Oops.
The biggest is the meteoroid.
Yeah.
Is the biggest problem.
Oh no, the Furies eat the meteorite. That's not the problem.
Oh yeah, the Fury. That's how I take out the meteorite.
Yeah, or the Nyx or the Fury takes it out easy if you keep it moving and avoid the fire. But
Yeah.
there's a lot more in that base that takes out your Furies.
How long did we get on this? 17 minutes, is it? A bit longer.
I use Jerry, Envoys, and Furies for this base.
Actually, I'm going to change what I was going to do.
Go a little up, Trickster, or get rid of the target.
Ah, should be fine though.
Yeah, he's fine.
I retreat my Envoys then and use my Furies to take out the meter, and then move on again with the Envoys.
Yeah.
Somewhat right back. And they're not rushing off. Want you to rush out there.
Ooh, Cerberus.
No, I didn't have. Come back.
It's electric on.
Yeah, I've not got its electric, so.
You're doing okay though.
I don't think you need it.
No, those things will explode on your drone.
Yeah.
Watch out for the meteor.
No, they're targeting the drones, so I'm fine.
Ah, okay. Be fine.
That's a very good way of doing this base, actually.
Yeah. What level Cerberus are it?
Only 13, 14, something like that.
I have to start using those more.
Yeah, that's exactly how I was doing it, but then she said no Cerberus allowed.
Oh.
I'll go for this.
I am noob, I just do the 45s and be done.
Some range and then bunkers, isn't there?
Yep, maybe two sometimes. What's that one gone? Get rid of this hunter. Sure how many envoys I've got there.
It looks like 3 or 4.
7, but is where it is.
So it's 3.
So now it should be able to just take that tower.
Hold on. Live, sorry. Baby shark.
That would be a timeout there, Hunter, wouldn't it? For Baby Shark, would it not be?
Gotta be timeout.
Baby shark.
Turrets have got a longer range than.
Those Mias, I got some splash on them.
Yeah. As I
But
just found out.
That new servers there, I don't really use. I've seen videos on them, but it's, I don't really know too well.
It's a great unit.
Yeah,
Do
you push them drones right out, and you
They're really good. You just can't use a fucking caretaker.
Yeah, don't use the caretaker with us.
no.
It hurts.
If you use a caretaker, you better be really mindful where that aura ends.
Hmm.
And also be very careful if there's virus support up there.
Yep.
An avalanche, they eat you up.
Yeah, the avalanches are pesky, aren't they?
That's from experience.
Yeah, if it's got the blue fighter on it, it's not good.
Mm.
It's the drone that damages the unit.
It's green wire.
Time.
So I messed up there. The BFG turrets decided to target my technical.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Thing. Come on. Game's freezing up. Push them out. Hoping I can bring one sniper will do. Let's get that BFG. Come on, got 600 range. Sure what's in these silos.
That's a tricky base.
Oh shit.
Right, see if we can push these drones up. Now, why are them ones not moving up? targeted the sniper.
Watch out for that. Oh,
Get off.
BFG gotcha.
Yeah, he did.
Look out for your servers. They are in their flame.
Ooh.
No. And people wonder why we go for Amiga units and that.
Mm-hmm.
You have technicals with you, Trickster?
Yeah, only a couple. BFG's got them.
If you
Yeah,
take
there's
the
chance saying use envoys on the BFGs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Animal. There, you just have to. You have to fight. You have to fight your own body weights. You do.
move it.
The thing is, you know, in a base it takes this time to destroy. You can easily make a slip or a mistake and take some serious damage.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
Which I already have.
yeah, that you know, it's not the point. You know, I mean, it's just one of those things. You know, these bases punish you if you make a mistake.
Yeah, and even using the wrong units, they're going to punish you as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'd never come into this base with these units.
You know, it's not even a challenge there. You know, you probably challenge yourself that you knew what was the outcome. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, it's not a challenge. It's just stupidity.
All right, Isabella, type in chat right now what units you use that you're trying to make us see you use, and I will have a video posted on the Unshackled page by the end of the day for you.
Yeah.
also, Trickster, don't forget to activate your shadow ops.
Oh no, they're activated. I'm on my repeats.
That's all right. 'Cause that would be the worst. Oh,
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Well, I had it this morning.
I mean, it's all about continuity in the game. Eh? You don't want to come in game, smash one base, get a day's worth of repairs, and then you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs again. Eh?
exactly. You know what I mean? You have to.
Because normally, all I'd do, I don't even think it's worth carrying on with this. Really. But
Yeah, I mean, I can do this base with Jerry, Furies, and Envoys. That's how I've been doing them.
Yeah.
You know, I will make a mistake from time to time. You know, that I'll ask the unit to retreat and it'll turn the wrong way, and bang, I'll take, you know, an hour's worth of damage, just because the unit didn't go the way I wanted it.
Yeah, but it's not the end of the world. You're still a player. You know what I mean? You still have other units there. You know what I mean? But you haven't got.
Exactly. That's the whole point. I mean, the intent is when you jump in game is you're not going to be on for 10 minutes and then go, well, that's me screwed now.
So every base has its own units that you use for it there, you know what I mean? And that's, and if they're dead, you know, you still have other stuff. You still have your main units, your phalanxes, and your stuff to do your raids and your main tunes.
You pick the battles. I mean, I attempted the rolling bases the other day for the first time. I hit one and ran out of time, and I took an hour and a half's worth of damage. And I said, right, okay, that's outside my skill level, or I need to sit back and have a look at what I was doing. So I didn't hit those bases again that time. You know, I'm not going to just keep doing it until I go, right, I never got it tonight, but I've now got, 24 hours worth of damage. I moved on to something else, that I can do.
So, hopefully I'll take that.
Watch out for that BFG.
What BFG?
Right there, the yellow one.
Ah, that's fine.
That's fine. Okay.
As I thought, but it wasn't fine.
Oops.
Just locked down to my last technical now.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, my pitch would be to Isabella to come on and show everyone on YouTube how she does it. We'd appreciate that. I think everybody would.
Yep.
And it'll help the players as well.
Same Vindicators, Hammers, and Technicals, and Furies. And I mean, I don't deny that it could probably be done with those, but you're not getting out of there with less than 2 hours. I'll gladly give it a shot, but I don't believe so.
Yeah, I mean, those units are slow-moving units. They're going to, soak up damage.
Yeah, and they'll soak up a lot of that fire damage. But I mean, if you're not using anything else, you're just using those units. Like I said, I'll gladly give it a shot and try to put a video together and put it up on the Unshackled page. But I just don't believe you're getting out of there with 2 hours or less of damage.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make it practical to do. So, but I'm always willing to give it a try.
Well, I've only got 6
6 minutes left. Yep.
Well, I'm going to do another one after this, and I'll show you how I normally do them.
Knock it out of the park.
I want to do a test with some Seekers.
Yeah, I mean, those life takers, and Vindicators and Hammers and that, they're going to punch you out a big hole, eh?
They're not going to hit air, and they're most of the bases that the turrets in there are all air, so that's why you don't go.
I know it can be done under 2 hours.
But what's the point of taking 2 hours damage on a base? I mean, when you're looking at these bases,
The time you get the 2 hours repair, you would use your one cyclone and do 845 within 2 hours.
Yeah.
For no repair.
I mean,
Oh,
take for example, I can do the VK80s, right? I don't have a problem. But I actually find that doing 3 65s is usually quicker and with less repair.
Yep. If you pick the right style there for you there and not there, you know what I mean? It's very easy done.
I mean, I'm a level 45. I could do the VK80s, no problem. But it's just quicker and more efficient to do the 65s.
Yeah.
As I say, pick your battles, eh?
Pick your battles out exactly right there. Don't fight above your weight until you're ready.
Exactly.
Said no Scotchman ever.
No.
Trying out run these.
So did you like my history, Anton?
Yeah, very good there. Yeah, it's interesting. I actually done a wee bit of research on that there, so I did there. You know, it's very interesting. Had a word with my dad about things and that there. You know what I mean? And he told me a few things that I didn't know as well.
There you go. That's not dumb.
Well done there. That was a hard task.
Ooh, gold tech.
Well done, Trickster.
Nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
Now we'll have a look at my repair time for that.
I'm gonna do a test with 4 Seekers to start at the start of the base, because if you can shoot down the meteoroid and them EXG turrets.
Okay. Soon as Trickster gets his repairs, I'll screen share you.
Yeah,
Switch.
I'm probably gonna die, but I will try it.
3 hours on that base. You are joking. That's not mine. This is what Isabella's saying in YouTube.
Oh, I thought you got 3 hours.
2 hours on my envoys.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's good.
Remember
when I did it, I got 4 hours of fire or so.
35 minutes on my snipers and 5 hours near enough on my technicals and that.
Yep.
It's not bad, you know. It's 1 time a week, so it's.
You really think that base is worth all that?
No.
I would stick with 70, 75.
I'd stick with 45s.
Well, that's what I would do. I would run that once and go, no, that's not worth it. I'll go down to the 70 or the 45.
There you go there. Switch, that's you. Screen sharing.
I'm gonna bait it.
That is nowhere near worth the 8,000 points.
No.
Take time to get less repair.
Oh.
You can't take time, you only got 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, you can't take your time. You've got to go on that base full time. You can't sit there and take the time off that base.
I thought I was taking my time there.
Yeah, you did good, so.
I was within my last 6 minutes.
You're probably going to have to take them black out with your envoys there, I would say, or use your nicks.
So I go here, it starts to shoot, so I can't even get out of the spawn point with.
Oh, you're gonna burn those Seekers? Put them on the fire crate and sing a song.
I just want to see if I can hit that one.
Yeah, I will not kill it.
Oh, you're getting hit.
It's a good test for the upcoming event, but I don't think Seekers will kill that meteor.
Actually, I'd like to see this.
Yeah, it's a good representation test for the next event.
If you missiles, if you have any missiles to take out them, the bunkers there.
Come on, shoot.
Burn, baby, burn.
I gotta burn.
There it goes. Nice. Getting hit very well.
You got him.
It killed it.
Yeah.
You got him quite fast there. Very good.
Yeah.
That's impressive. What level are they?
They're 20.
20, yeah, of course.
They're very useful in the events when that faction comes up.
What would you try with level 4 Seekers?
I'm gonna try this one. I want to see if I can target the oh, that's wrong.
You're giving me ideas here.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of players have level 20 Seekers.
No, I've got 13, 14s.
Mine are 7.
Mine are 4.
Mine are 20.
Coiner.
I don't have any.
Oh, you don't have any, that's even better. Well, I tell you, the next event you will have.
Yeah, you need at least a few of those Seekers. The level don't even matter. You just need a few of those.
Yeah.
Just to kill some stuff.
I want to see if
I'm desperate to see this Isabella on the show and do these 95s.
Who?
Isabella.
Yeah, invite it in and let it show.
Yeah, I used the Seekers one event, and I couldn't have done the last faction wave without the Seeker.
Oh,
You know, and from that point, I concentrated.
whoa,
You know, tokens and them and upgraded.
Oh, you're in a fire puddle.
Yeah.
Yep, you're dead.
No.
Here's a question, Jam.
Did
I
you
want to know.
see how fast they killed
Yeah,
them?
the meteor, it was crazy.
No. The PSG torrent.
Yeah, it was poof gone.
One shot and they are gone.
Yeah, but I mean, in the next common event, we also have the fire puddles on the floor. So if you make that mistake like now, you're dead.
Here's one for Debo here. There, Jam Sandwich there wants to know what do you guys record video and show it to everyone? What I don't record video, so I haven't got a clue. So what you all use? Is it Bandicam or Screenomatic or what is it?
I use Screenomatic.
I use Oyspring because it's got an unlimited timer on it, and it's free.
What kind?
Oyspring. Because Screenomatic, you've only got a 15-minute timer on it.
I use the NVIDIA GeForce Experience because it's free and it came with my GPU.
I use EasyFit. With EasyFit, you can, I believe, 45 minutes or something. You can record.
If you, Jam, are you on the Unshackled page? If you're on the Unshackled page, make a post for that there, and people will. They'll send you the links. What they use and what they find good or bad.
One, the GeForce one. What's that one? Because I've got a 1080. I didn't know they had like. Is it a free recorder?
Yeah, in the GeForce Experience, you can turn that on, and I can stream live to YouTube, Twitch, any platform, or record to my hard drive in 60 FPS, Full HD, or 4K if you want.
Oh right, okay. Is that MP4? Is it?
Yeah, it uses the graphics card itself to render it, so you don't even notice it.
Holy crap! I didn't even know that. That's great to know. That's fantastic.
Yeah, not only for War Commander, but if you want to stream like Battlefield 5 or something in 60 FPS, it also does it.
Yeah, I mean you can just do screen recording and everything. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll check that out. Thanks for that.
No problem.
No.
Ooh, your Seeker's still not dead?
No.
It's a miracle.
But they shoot them fast. I will try this one.
What's up, people?
What's up?
They're gonna die now, but
What's going on?
Yeah.
Hey,
You give me
Lonnie.
an idea for the event. I'm gonna build a full one of those things.
Yeah. What are you guys doing? You guys had the 95? Is that what that is?
Yep.
Yeah, I just try out my Seekers.
I use the Seekers.
Yeah, he's warming them up for the event.
They are pretty dumb.
What level are your Seekers, Lonnie? Also, there, guys, you know the poly scrambles the new aircraft, so it does there. So anybody's got a poly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The poly will scramble everything that comes into the range.
But you won't be able to use her in the faction bases.
No, you won't there, but just in the main event there, it's, if you've got a poly.
Yeah, in the main event, and I don't think we need the poly because we use like Fury, Nyx, and stuff.
My poly's maxed at the minute, and she's in on.
What do you guys think about these Knicks bases? Today's the first day I was able to do them.
I love them. I did 15 or 16.
I'll finish mine a couple of weeks ago.
I'm still doing them.
No, they're good to do. Took me a little time to figure them out, but once
First one I did, I got 30 minutes, 22 minutes of damage on my units.
Yeah, most damage is on the caretaker. And you do them.
Yeah, that's where most of mine was.
Yeah, I use the caretaker for 2 bases or 3 bases, then swap.
No. Most of mine was on my technicals, and I was able to instant repair them one at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you take the tune apart and repair them one by one, it's free.
I run slow-mo, and it's easy. It's easy done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we all heard how badass a level 10 Nyx is when you're Corpus. I definitely want it.
Well, but now I got some idea for the Seekers.
That's good. That's another wee tip for us all there. Well, let's see what's happening out in YouTube land. Yeah. Silly's videos very good there. You're not there. Dutch just done a video there at the start of the show there. You get 12 minutes repair, so it's very good. I done a next base live on show and got 5 hours repair, so I did. They're just trying.
We 18 minutes.
I just find those bases a bit tricky, but that's me. You know what I mean?
I wish I could put my Nyx in a Nyx space.
For more fun.
I reckon I'd do it. Keep Nyx alive.
So, is there anything else there, guys, unlike on YouTube? Are we good to go here, or what?
Yep.
Well, there's plenty of bases out there, but nobody's asking. Got Phantom, Moorig, Omega Blackouts, Omega Jug. Nobody's asking for them, so Hydra bases around. Hellstorm. So I'm guessing everybody's got them.
Yes. Right, guys, we'll wrap this up then, I think, there. We'll go along our shouts, and we'll start off with Mr. Debo there.
What you offer me?
That's it. We're going to wrap her up there, so we are.
All right. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to the panel. Isabella, I will be working on that video. I should have it up by the end of the day today. It'll be on the Unshackled page.
Okay, thanks, Debo there. Dutch.
Yes. Shout out to the panel and shout out to YouTube.
Good enough. Fuck you.
I just got here, so you guys go ahead and run your show.
Oh no, you're okay there.
Shout out to you guys for being so awesome.
Thank you. Okay.
And a late happy birthday to you. Even though I wish you happy birthday, but everybody knows Anton's a year older.
That's it. Another year. Somewhere. Hawkeye's muted there.
And a year wiser.
Isabella wants to know how can she get onto Unshackled page. Just search us.
Okay, you want to do your shout out there, buddy, do you?
Hold on. Let's see what I got.
If it's less longer than 5.
Put my glasses on, I can't see anything.
We're just saying our farewell, so if you want to give a shout out there, you don't mean you're more than welcome.
Shout out to 173 33.
That's good enough. Mr. Hamish.
Shout out to our host and a very happy birthday. So,
Thank you, Henry.
Shout out to YouTube, especially the ladies in the house, Isabella and Susie T. Welcome. And to everyone in the panel for having me here. Thank you very much.
Very nice. The one,
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my war dog and to YouTube and the panel watching. And that was it.
Thank you. Yeah. Switch.
Yeah, I want to see first of all, happy birthday, Anton,
Thank you.
and shout out to YouTube and the panel and my clan, Ras. That's all.
Perfect. Trickster.
Yep. Shout out to yourself. Happy birthday. Now you're picking up your pension.
Good. Man yourself there. There, excellent. Thank you, Kendrick.
Shout out to YouTube, everybody that's tuning in, and everybody that'll watch the show later. And thanks to the panel as usual. That's me done.
Good job. Yeah.
Well, you know, Anton gets to pick up a senior citizen discount now.
Yep, he does.
You get a free bus pass.
Not quite there, okay. There were just another few years till we get there. Where I rock that there. So again, thanks to everybody that's joined the panel tonight, and to Colin and to who else? Civi. They were there, not there. So thanks for everybody joining up. That was a pro panel tonight. Thanks to my Siege Squadron there for nearly dying on a base. Thanks to everybody at YouTube and on the Unshackled page there, and all the other pages as well. Not there, we've got a good mixture happening there, not there. And again, if anybody wants to join the Unshackled show, please search that War Commander Unshackled, and it'll be a request to join. You have a few questions to ask. Anybody who wants to join the panel, you know, there's a vetting process there. It's very simple. They're not there if you want to join. And all I can say is just keep it classic until the next time, which will be Dark Shadow show. That'll be next Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern, and that'll be in preparation for this event and the new content or the new game modes, which might be implemented there instead of Invasion. I don't know a lot about it there, but it'll be interesting to see what will happen. So take care, everybody. Keep it classy.
Anton, before you